my money to see a movie and I was so tired, but you could watch it over again like that. But I'm saying that because that's the new normal for some things, that certain things that you like, you have to pay for it. But you don't have to pay for it to go out and everything, you know. Oh, think about it now. This is a play on words, but I just want you to think about it like this. I said pay for it. You're either going to pay for it, like paying for the service, or if you go to the movie house, and you go there, not knowing how much protection going to happen and all of that, you're going to pay for it like that also.
We don't want to pay for it.
And we don't want to go like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a friend of mine say I'm not a Saints fan because I just say hope they win. He said, no, Saints fan believe they win.
Go to the game.
But yeah, and it's like, you know, 6,000, 10,000, whatever like that. It's not the same, you know, like that. No tailgating, you know, like that. So it's like, it's not. Can you see? I can't say it right the first time, but can you see people not tailgating? Of course, we have church on Sunday, so we're not even interested in that. But you know,
it's hard. I like what you said. I don't think anybody is tailgating anymore.
No, they're not supposed to. If they are,
if they doing it, they're doing it undercover, right?
Right. Yeah,
because where is that? Right on Parger Street.
Right.
Right under the overpass.
Right.
A big tailgating. I mean, they some of them even had their TVs because they wasn't going to the game. Had tickets maybe, but and they tailgated, so they already knew who won the game, right?
That's true. But no more tailgating, you know, no more movies like that
for safety reasons.
Yeah, for safety. And I guess the bottom line is the fact that this is something we have to be used to, something that we have to be aware of. Because I said this again last week. Let me get serious. Take my glasses off on this one, okay? Think about it like this. And I said this before, but I say it again. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under is your choice. To be 6 feet apart, social distance, or 6 feet under. And you will be distant, you know, because this is as serious as it gets. If you don't take the fact,
even if you don't make it 6 feet under, there are repercussions of catching this virus.
Mm-hmm.
Some people who've gotten over the virus, they're still having problems with brain fog.
Mm-hmm.
They forget, you know, after they went through the sickness, and some of them they say, man, I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing, and look, that's problematic because some people have lost their jobs even though they can do their job at home because they can't concentrate it, they can't focus, and so there are other repercussions of catching this virus, not just surviving it, but like you say, the repercussions. Some of the people say after they've caught the virus, they have good days and they have bad days. They still experience sometimes shortness of breath. They become lethargic in that normally they could do a whole lot of activity. They can't do it anymore. So it's serious enough to make that statement that you say 6 foot separated or 6 foot underground.
And I've heard this from many individuals. I mean, I've seen it on the TV, seen it on the news, you know, people who have succumbed to this disease or whatever, this virus. But they said it like this. Two things I heard stand out. Number one, they wouldn't wish this upon the enemy.
God.
You know? And two, they said it feels like an elephant standing on your chest.
Whoa.
So it's like, it's so hard to breathe and everything. And they say, I don't wish this upon my worst enemy. And that's saying a whole lot, you know? And I've heard it once, I've heard it twice, I've heard it many a time. So not to say that's the same symptoms that people get and everything like that, but I've heard that they would not wish that upon the enemy, and then heard how hard it was just to breathe and everything. And, you know, that's something, I preached this a couple of weeks ago at my church. It was a serious subject, so I don't want to put anybody down, but I preached about death, you know, death. And it wasn't a funeral that I preached, it was a Sunday service and everything. But I said, well, you know, people don't talk about death, and they don't talk about, as churches, they don't talk about hell, but I've talked about it as a reality, you know, and for the Christian, death is not necessarily the end, but it's the beginning and everything. But I was saying all that to say this, the fact that when we take for granted the breath that we breathe. You know, the Bible says in Genesis that God breathed into man, Adam, in his nostrils, and then man became a living soul. That breath that is in you right now, for you able to breathe, that's your life. When you take that breath away, you're gone. Now, I asked a question at church. I say, how long can you hold your breath? You know, you could hold it a minute or two or something like that, but you can't hold it. It's like I'm choking just trying to think of how hard I can hold, how long I can hold my breath.
Some people can train themselves to hold it for long distance.
But you can't. But you got to give
the difference is you can't hold your breath for an hour.
No, you die. Well, unless you're gonna die, you know. But what I'm saying is, yeah, if a person who
I think it's automatic if you're conscious about living, you're going to start breathing.
I like the way you said that. Automatic. You're self-conscious. You're conscious.
Your conscious gonna take over. You say, "Oh man, you ain't got to prove this to nobody." Look, in the situation of being underwater, that's different.
That's different, right?
But like you say, you stand and say, "I'm gonna prove to you I can hold my breath for an hour." I don't think so.
You're right. Self-conscious. Your conscious will take over and everything.
Yeah, take over and say,
what's wrong with you?
Are you crazy? You turning blue and you're out here trying to prove somebody you lost the bet. Give up.
Yeah, really. So
the last thing I want to say, it's almost time for us to go. Some of the effects of the virus is that people lose their sense of taste and smell. In this season, it's a terrible thing to lose your sense of taste and the sense of smell, because not only the turkey, not only the dressing.
Sweet potato or pumpkin pie? Which one? Let me stop.
Sweet potato for me. And not only all those, stuffed bell peppers, things of that nature. If you have it and you're eating it, it's like you're almost eating paper. Something that doesn't have any taste.
I don't want to imagine that.
Well, that's
but
what
you said
that's
no thing.
Again, we thank God for D.K. Smith. Thank God for all of you that watched the show. We thank you, and we offer God's choicest blessing on you. Want to say to you, you have an opportunity to worship with us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. in the morning, 2710 Phillip Street, True Love Missionary Baptist Church. You can come on out, socially distanced, and you can be part of that worship experience. Again, we're praying that this pandemic comes to an end. We're asking God to not only heal and cure those people that have the virus, but also that people become more conscious and wear their masks and also social distance. Until next time, God bless you and God keep you is our prayer.